Yo, what's up? It's Sports Dad again. I'm coming back with some more information. I told you guys that I'll be having some interviews with some good people, and this is my homeboy Travis. I met him at work, and and come to find out we have like the same history. He played basketball in high school and stuff, and I'll let him tell you guys about that. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the channel. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button, and we just gonna jump right into it. It's my boy Travis. Travis, man, welcome aboard, bro.
What's happening, man? It's a pleasure to be here, Cephas. Like we just said, man, we connected. I felt like it was definitely destiny.
Yep.
How we connected at work. We sat right next to each other.
Right.
And we just clicked, man. We're both Christians. We're both father of young African American boys.
Absolutely.
And we both just want the best for our kids. So. It's definitely a pleasure to be on your show, man, and I really love what you're doing, man. So thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thanks for doing this for us, man. I really appreciate it. Like we said, we're just trying to help parents and trying to help those upcoming studs, and give them a reality about the recruiting process.
Absolutely.
And so about the recruiting process, let's just jump right into it. But first, let's. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, and how you connected, to the sports world?
Okay. Well, basically, Cephas, I grew up in Detroit, man, Metro Detroit. Played basketball all my life. Played pretty much everything when I was in Little League, like mostly everybody.
Yeah.
But I really fell in love with basketball. I competed in basketball and track. Those are my main two sports in high school. I went to Ferndale High School.
Okay.
So I played shooting guard on the basketball team. I ran the 400 meters and I did the high jump and track.
Dual athlete, huh?
Yeah, definitely,
okay.
Man. So,
okay.
Definitely, man. But basketball has always been my number one sport. I got recruited by a couple of Division II schools. And a bunch of Division III schools. So
okay.
I ultimately chose Elmira College. It's a small Division III school in upstate New York. My coach, Pat Donnelly, he was real big in my decision on going there. I went there, loved the campus, and I loved the fact that it was more about sports for me. Once I got to high school, I knew at that point, after college, I wasn't going to play in the pros, and I think that's what a lot of parents need to be real about with their kids now. It's not about going to the biggest school. It's about going to the right fit. I played all 4 years in college. I played my freshman year. I was one of the all-time leaders in three-point field goals made in my college, and I had a great time, man. I made great connections. I had the opportunity to do an internship at the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street. So it was bigger than basketball for me when I was chosen my school.
Okay.
And I think a lot of parents need to do that with their kids. It's not about going to the biggest school.
Right.
Everybody's not going to the NBA.
Right.
And it's not even about going to Division I. It's going where you fit in the most.
Right.
Definitely.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's a pretty that's a pretty nice experience, I should say, and extensive or whatnot. You said you played at Ferndale.
Yes, sir.
So so you had an opportunity to play with Rashad Phillips.
Yeah, well, actually not play with him. Rashad was he came out in '96.
Okay.
And I came into high school in '96.
Okay.
Rashad, he kind of took me under his wing, man. We connected. I used to play in the off season.
Right.
His dad's gym, Reach.
Right.
Over on the east side of Detroit, and Shad, obviously, man, he's one of the best guards to come out of the city.
Man.
Regardless of his size, he's a small guard.
Right.
So I kind of took the Shad, and he took me under his wing. I remember, funny story. I used to when I come home from college in the summer.
Yeah.
Shad would meet me over at Ferndale, and he would work me out, man.
Wow.
And no lie, Steve, like 5-10 minutes into the workout, man, I was like dying. I'm punching over on my knees. And Shad, like, man, we only done like 2 drills, but you could tell the intensity. And Shad, he would do it like in his sleep.
Right.
But that was the difference between the levels, man. Like, I played at Division III, Shad played at Division I. So
yeah.
I definitely got to gauge, where I was at. You know what I mean? And Shad, man, and even to this day, man, Shad, he lives down in Florida now. He's doing an excellent thing. He still works kids out, man. He has his own podcasts. He's a college basketball analyst, and me and Shy, we still talk to this day, man. He's a very good friend. I've learned a lot from him, and so yeah, we definitely Ferndale brothers, man. So Shy, he's a good dude, man. That's my guy.
Man, listen, and this is to the audience. If y'all don't know who Rashad Phillips is,
Just Google him.
just Google that dude.
Just Google him.
Check him out on YouTube. Hey, this guy, to me, he was a legend. I remember, just a quick story. When I was playing high school, I came in as a freshman, and I remember our varsity team playing against Ferndale.
Okay.
And this dude literally put up 40 points, like 40 points, and he did it so easy. And I'm like, who is this guy? And he was, he was the deal.
Yeah.
He was the talk of the town. So, to me personally, I think he should have went to the league.
Yeah.
Rashad is one of the coldest guards I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Coldest guards I've ever seen. So
yeah, he's definitely a Detroit legend, man.
Yeah.
He, like I said, we would go over to his dad's gym, our Ferndale team, and
Yeah.
his dad, everybody know Verge in the city. He would joke because we would come across 8 Mile, the suburban kids,
Yeah.
playing against the city kids, and we definitely kind of made a name for ourselves, just as far as these Ferndale kids, they can play a little bit because we used to go over there and hold our own.
Right.
But yeah, Shy, man, he definitely should have got a shot in the league. Skill set wise, I haven't seen the guard with my own 2 eyes.
Right.
He's on another level, man. So he's definitely one of the greats.
So you said something about, that you went, you was recruited, you went to D3, right?
Yes, sir.
And obviously at some point in your basketball career, you probably wanted to go D1, right?
Of course, who doesn't?
Right.
That's why we play, try to go to the biggest school. But,
Right. Talk about that reality when you discovered, that you wasn't going D1. How was that process, and and when did you discover that, hey, maybe D1 is not for me?
Yeah. Well, first off, Steve, I have to give hats off to my parents. Most notably my dad.
Okay.
He never. He always instilled in me confidence. I could do anything.
Right.
I could do whatever I wanted to do.
Right.
But in high school I was 5'9". You know what I mean? And I played against some of the top guards that was in my class, and I knew I could see the separation at that point.
Right.
So for me, it was going to the best school that fits me. I wanted to go somewhere where I had to play right away.
Right.
I could have went to a bigger school or Division II.
Right.
I probably would have rode the bench for my first 2 or 3 years.
Right.
So for me, it was going somewhere where I could play right away, and it was about the opportunities off the court. The networks I could make.
Right.
I have my degree in business, so I wanted to go to a good business school. My school was one of the top small business schools in the country. And so talked to with my parents. It wasn't about, like I said, I knew early on that I wasn't going to the NBA.
Right.
So I faced that reality early, and I think a lot of kids should do that now.
Wow.
Because it will save a lot of disappointments later. You know what I mean? Just face reality, because the NBA draft is 60 picks, right, Cephas?
Right.
60 picks, and you got over 300 and some Division I schools.
Wow.
So the probability, man, you can, but not to shatter kids' dreams, but it's a lot of other good schools and other good routes you can go,
right.
And even the overseas route.
Right.
It's a lot of basketball players in this world, man.
Right.
You have to make the best decision for you, not just from a basketball standpoint, but from your career standpoint.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And that's what I did, man. And I still keep in touch. A lot of my teammates today. I met a bunch of great people over in New York, man. And actually, Coach Donnelly, my college coach, he's the dean of admissions and the head varsity coach over at University of Detroit, Jesu High School right now.
Oh, wow.
And we still keep in touch. Actually, I coached with him. I was an assistant coach on the staff back in 2014 and 15.
Okay.
So we went back-to-back Final Four, Class A.
Wow.
So I got my feet wet in the coaching room, and so that small connection there. My college coach, I ended up coaching with him on the high school level because he moved to Michigan after I graduated from college.
So wow. So you said that's at UD, right?
Yes, sir.
So you were there when Cassius was there.
Yep. I was an assistant coach on the staff Cassius's sophomore and junior year.
Nice.
Yep.
So Cassius Winston, you know, he's a guard, starting guard at Michigan State right now.
Yeah.
So so basically, you know, Cassius was a high recruit.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and you got an opportunity to work with them, and you know, during that process. But talk about Cassius's his work ethic, his mind frame, you know, and the kid's mind frame that you know he was playing with. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the difference in the mindset of a D1 player.
Yeah. So, I mean, Cassius, you know, he's special. Obviously, you know, he just cerebral, man. He has a basketball mind, you know, and that's comes from being a coach's son.
Right.
His father, Reg, he was on the staff with me when I was there. He's still an assistant coach at UAD today. And Cassius, man, he made our job easy. Let's put it like that.
Wow.
The kid didn't make mistakes. He was definitely born to be a basketball player, I would say.
Right.
And he was a great kid, coachable. Even though Cassius was an All-American in high school,
Yeah.
he still, if we had something to say to him, he would listen and apply it.
Right.
You know, if we say, Cassius, you need to pick it up on defense, or, you know, Cassius, you know, you need to hold your follow through on your jump shot. Whatever the case may be,
Right.
he was very coachable. And a lot of kids today aren't coachable. But stayed late, worked, man. He worked. Got to the gym early, last one to leave the gym. I mean, in my 2 years there, Cassius, every day after practice, he was getting up a couple hundred extra shots.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that's the difference, man. The work, you got to put in the work no matter how good you are, because there's somebody else that's out there that's working right along with you. So you got to get the extra work in to get a step up on people. And he was just a great teammate, man. Lifted he was a born leader.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise that he's having success right now at the next level of Michigan State. So that kid deserves every good thing that comes his way, man.
Wow.
I had a pleasure working with him for those 2 years.
Wow, that's awesome, man. That's a great experience.
Definitely.
Talk about, you know, I look at your Instagram and I see you, you know, rubbing elbows with some big time people, man. And I know you know some college coaches or whatnot. Talk a little bit about what are college coaches looking for.
That's a great question, Cephas. And actually, one of my close friends, Coach Cornell Mann, he's the assistant coach at University of Missouri right now.
Okay.
And so obviously I get a lot of insights from him, and I hear about, you know, things that the average fan won't hear about. And
Right.
the first thing, not to go back to Cassius, but he just fits this.
Right.
College coaches looks for good kids and good students first.
Right.
You know what I mean? And,
Wow.
And I bring Cassius up because, you know, Cassius, he graduated UAD with like a 3.5. So
Right.
he was getting it in on the court and also in the classroom. Never got in trouble off the court. So that's first and foremost. College coaches, they want to see not only can you dribble this ball, but do we have to worry about getting a call at 3 a.m. from the police or from campus security,
Right.
or getting emails from your teachers that you're skipping class? So
Wow.
definitely they look at character.
Wow.
And then on the court, obviously hard workers. They want guys who you don't have to beg to get in the gym. They want guys who get in the gym and get extra shots up on their own. They want good teammates. Pick your teammates up. And guys who come from winning programs. You know, they want winners.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So,
Ooh.
Definitely good kids, good character, guys that's gonna work hard, and guys that know what it takes to win too, and guys that don't mind playing their role. Because let's face it, especially on the Division I level, everybody was the man on their high school team.
Right.
But when we come, these 14 guys on this Division I team, especially in a conference like Missouri, the SEC, or the Big Ten,
Right.
you might have averaged 30 in high school, but you might only get 4 shots a game on this next level. So
Right.
you got to have that team mindset, and you know, doing whatever it takes for the team to win, man. And that's huge for a kid.
Yeah.
To come from averaging 25, 30 in high school to you might not even play but
Right.
5 or 6 minutes
Right.
your freshman year in college. So
Wow.
I think those are some of the characteristics that these college coaches look for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's ooh. So
Yeah.
you know, academics,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Character,
Yep.
you know,
Work ethic.
Work ethic.
Yep.
You know, I can't tell you how many, you know, great players that I've seen, heard about, But then when it was time for them to go to college or whatnot, they wasn't eligible because their academics wasn't right.
Exactly.
You know, so so you got to be able to perform on the court, but off the court as well.
Most definitely.
Wow.
Most definitely.
So, so tell me this. So, what type of advice or what message do you have for that player, you know, that want to go D1, or what type of advice do you have for that parent too, you know, that would like for their son to be highly recruited by a Division I college? What would you say to them?
First and foremost, for the parents, face reality early. And what I mean by that, Cephas, is
wow,
it's so competitive anyway.
Right.
Parents know by their kids' freshman, sophomore year about, I would say, how good they're going to be and where they're at, where they stack up against the competition. It's only so many scholarships these schools can give out. And if your kid, you know, a lot of parents just wants it more for their kid too.
Right.
I've seen some instances where the kid doesn't even, a lot of kids don't even want to play on the next level. They just want to enjoy their high school career and just go to college and be a regular student.
Right.
Because, and that's another thing, man, I want to mention. These schools, man, like, they own you if you get a scholarship, especially on a Division I level.
Wow.
You know, summertime, it's no really going on vacation with your family and just lollygagging. You still working out, man. You still getting up at 6. You still running. You still in that weight room.
Wow.
Even me, man. I played Division III. You know, we had to run miles at 6 in the morning and pool workouts, and I still had to go to my 8 o'clock classes. So,
wow.
Kids have to be mentally prepared and really know what they're getting themselves into, man.
Wow.
But back to my original point, parents. You know, like I said, my dad, he never really, like I said, he always instilled confidence in me. Yeah. But, you know, he was honest in me. He told me what I needed to work on. And then, like I said, I got a dose of reality just from playing against high-level competition. You know what I mean? Like, I worked out with Rashad.
Right.
I saw some of the stuff they had to, I wasn't built for that. Like, that wasn't, you know, it's levels to this stuff, man.
Right,
you know
right.
Parents and student athletes just need to face reality and know that it's okay to go Division II or Division III.
Right.
Like I said, it's only so many spots.
Right.
So everybody can't go Division I. You know what I mean? So just face reality, man. Come to grips with it, and then make a plan. You know, what you want to study. You know, like I went for business. I look for good small business schools where I can still play ball, but I know that this degree is going to hold some weight as well. Right. You know what I mean? And so just I would say that's the main thing, man. Face reality. Be real with your kid if you're the parent, and if you're the kid, just you know pretty much where you stack up with, especially by your sophomore, junior year. So you know where you at. If colleges aren't calling you by then, chances are you're not on that level. You know what I mean? Right. Especially in today's day and age with social media. Right. Colleges know early. They have their recruiting lists. They have their recruiting services. They know the top-notch kids early. Wow. You know what I mean? So if you're not hearing from colleges by your sophomore, junior year, chances are, man, you need to check yourself. Right. You know? So do you think that, wow, that's good information, man. Do you think that being recruited by a Division I college has something to do with your physical stature? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it easier for those guys that are, 6'5" versus, a nice decent guard, 5'9", 5'11"? Absolutely, man. It's kind of like, I don't want to say unfair, but say it like it is, man. I mean, a 6'9" kid and a 5'9" kid. Right. It's like, 6'9", 6'10" kids. Those they don't come too ever so often. Right. But you got a lot of little guards. Let's say under 6 feet, like Rashad, for instance. Yeah. When you're small like that, you have to be like extra special. Right. And he was. We can probably count on one hand the special guards under 6 foot that we saw. You know what I mean? Cephas. Right. Your Earl Boykins. Yeah. Rashad Phillips. Yeah. Like Damon Stoudemire. Those little guards, they have to be like extra special. Right. And it's kind of, I don't want to say unfair, but they had to push a little bit harder. Like, Shad had to put up 35 and 40 sometimes
Yep.
for guys to catch notice. You know, he had to be the MVP of the Magic Round Classic.
Yep.
You know, with the likes of like Kobe Bryant and stuff for colleges and stuff to take notice.
Yep.
Whereas a 6'9", 6'10" guy, they can get away with 12 points, 10 boards,
Right.
a couple blocks. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah, definitely the bigger guys. I think they have a little bit of an edge just from a recruiting standpoint.
So best advice to, you know, to the guys that are not, you know, 6'5" is like, hey, you know, it's not the end of the world, but you got to be special.
Exactly.
You know,
work.
you got to be special.
You know, 6'10" guy, they can wake up, go to class, come home, go to sleep, play video games. You 5'8", 5'7", you got to be up in the morning, ball handling.
Yep.
You got to get 200-300 jumpers up before you go to class.
Yep.
After school, if you don't have practice or whatever, on the weekends, forget hanging out with your friends, but you got to be in that gym, man, or on the field or whatever
Yep.
it has to be kind of like your job.
Right.
If you want to reach a certain level.
Right.
Because you have to put in extra work.
Right.
Work extra harder if you're at a disadvantage height-wise.
Right.
Or, you know, whatever the case may be.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is my last question. Do you think most of the looks for, you know, are colleges recruiting from high school leagues, or are they recruiting from AAU basketball?
Oh man, both, but AAU, especially over the past couple of years, it's been gaining more steam just because, you know, AAU is in the spring and the summer,
Right.
so more coaches can get out, and then they have their set periods where they can recruit too. So,
Right.
But you know, you have all these big AAU tournaments where coaches are able to come see,
Right.
you know, the cream of the crop.
Right.
At one setting. So AAU is definitely, you know, it's great exposure for the kids. But obviously your regular season too, especially if coaches have that kid on their radar, they're going to follow them through their regular season as well as AAU season. But
Right.
Definitely AAU, you can get a lot of exposure, man, just because, you know, it's in most college coaches, it's in their off season, spring and the summer. After that season is over, they can get out more and make more visits and go see more games.
Okay. Yes, sir. Anything else you want to add, brother?
Nah, man, just, you know, again, Cephas, I think this is great what you're doing, man. There's a lot of parents. You know, I watched a couple of your other episodes, and you put some good information out there about, you know, like you even piggybacked off I piggybacked, I should say, off some of the stuff you said, because about, I know your boys play football and basketball, and
Right.
you know, some of the camps and stuff, man, like, if some kids aren't ready, you hit it on the nose, man. Like, a lot of parents, I think they just throw their kids in these camps sometimes, and their kids aren't